course, the IOC in general, all signed up to the World Anti-Doping Association code. So the athletes are here really dedicating themselves to fair play and fair games here on the fields. As we see these two Titan teams looking to match up against each other, we will be having coming out on offense the Colombians. So if this one does just turn into a trading points game, the Colombians who have the advantage, you see them raise their arms in the air. Their theme, of course, their motto for these World Games, I trust you.
One thing that's really improved over the course of this tournament is, in fact, the stadium music. You get a little bit of AC/DC there. Ironically, an Australian band.
Although, perhaps, might be a little bit dangerous considering we saw some stoppages for lightning-affected play earlier
Oh my God.
in the week. In fact, the match that the Germans had against the USA was paused at the outset, but that's the pull coming off the pause of NKolakovic, and we are underway for this hunt for the dirty gold. Cartagena for Colombia. The disc in hand.
Hunt for the dirty gold.
The back pass. And of course, Cardenas. Valeria with the disc. Movement.
Oh my God, she's just like running hella. Oh my God.
Happy to take the negative yards. Space found upfield.
Very flat mark for the Germans at the moment.
Well, their defense has been fantastic throughout this campaign. One thing perhaps largely on the backs of the chess match played by the coaches here. Marco Müller, the head D captain. Oh, and there's a big shot going into the end zone.
Oh!
The separation is there, straddling the front line of the end zone. Here's the goal.
Oh my God.
It through, and that is the first
Roasted.
easy hole. Cartagena with the score for Colombia.
Cartagena does the right thing there, catches the deep shot, and this little bounce move with Cantor that obliges her for the quick goal. It was really that throw there from Valeria Cardenas, opening up her arms. She hasn't missed a beat all tournament long. Happy to take on those deep shots. You can see Germans doing well just to kind of contain Colombia, but she's the player that's going to grab the bull by the horns, put those deep shots up.
I burped.
And you can't stop her. A player who has started the sport very, very young. Lots of athletes who play ultimate frisbee do tend to start at university, although it depends which sort of region you come from.
Yo, I do encourage everyone to watch the official stream. I just put in the link. It's also in the link in the description of the thing. This is just mainly for anyone who's actually geo-blocked. I don't know what the geo-blocking situation is.
Growing with confidence every single season.
But yeah.
The poll now an opportunity for the Germans to show us their offensive line can be just as good. But
Woo!
broke. Can he redeem it? He can't. Hits him straight in the hands, but Marvin Waldvogel. Error for the Germans.
I'm gonna mute myself for a bit. I'm eating I'm eating my breakfast.
Germans now hot on the off defense, sorry. Brief stoppage. Duque, foul called. I think just a little bit too much touching on the mark. So, of course, flying disc discipline being non-contact, and also being self-refereed. Players on the field, the only ones able to make a call, but do have a little bit of support from our friends in the green shirts, the game advisors, able to give perspective and a little bit of backing up the technical side of the rules.
Discussion going on here. Game advisors getting involved.
There's a contested foul on the dump cutting. Oh, great reaching bit attempt from Marco Müller. Get that one back. Colombians with their first chance to take an early break. Oh, lovely snag out of the air. Just make sure, does Ramirez. UK pops to Cardenas. One slightly less known for her throwing ability, more her dogged defensive skills. Mosquera sends the mark flying. Forward to Cardenas. Oh, lovely slinky. Built the inside, and it's a beautiful goal, and that is a break for Colombia. They have come out firing here in the early stages of this bronze medal match.
Clinical D-line offense from the Colombians, and that's what they've been famed for this tournament. Probably have the best D-line offense of any team here. The Germans haven't puffed it up too much this tournament, but doing so on their first point. That is Simone Ramirez. Said his two heroes of sport was Ina Cartagena, the goal scorer of the first point, and also LeBron James. Don't know who that is, but Ina Cartagena definitely more famous of the two.
Absolutely, and you can see there, Germans looking a little bit unsettled, but they are a
How's it going, Cheeky?
side.
How's it going, Noah?
Saw them have such a fantastic opening run. Their players went undefeated. Themselves a little bit unsettled by the Australians.
Cheeky's stealing all the fame.
That smothering defense and the having someone that can go toe to toe in terms of the height and verticality. There were a lot of loose passes in the backspace. That's what I didn't quite like from their offense last
Cheeky, imagine if I had this amount of people watching me play Minecraft.
on the board.
Guys, we're actually gonna switch over to Minecraft now.
They know all too well how crucial the beginnings of these games are, having themselves gone down 3-0 against the USA yesterday.
It's next week. Well, yeah, I fly out on a day.
Yes, to the brick mark.
I think the 22nd. I think I get there like late night 22nd.
Downfield will bring us another brief pause.
I'm gonna mute myself again.
Nice around.
22nd.
Mark. Brian. Oh, nearly the poach-off block from Cardenas. Nice movement downfield. This is good flow from the Germans. Another stoppage. I'm sure that's going to affect the cut from Volchak.
Well,
See?
is it Volchek? Like it is with German. Do you pronounce W's like V's? Because this would make so much more sense.
Players having played together for the women's club team Revolution from Medellin. Nice big around break from Volchak. Didn't have the best game yesterday, but the rest of the tournament has been an absolute star.
Cheeky, we gotta get Nadia in here just to clarify these things.
And really doing a great job of continuing to anchor the German offense when Müller gets taken out. Excellent handler marking. Oh, Dosha trying to get free in the near space. Müller now coming through. Has a separation. Fakes and takes his mark all across the pitch. Müller now has Priyan. She scored so many times in that end zone before on that side, and she continues to own it.
Yeah, that is the classic German offense outside the end zone. Keep changing the point of attack. Always looking to get that around to the break side corner. Something that Müller does so well. Priyan times her cut to perfection. Is happy.
So I forgot I lowered
the air to claim that one.
Stuff.
That's the first goal of the game.
You're shopping. Do you get any sick finds
Just
from
looking
the
at the
crib shopping?
facial expression of Nikki Priyan, just
Last time I went, I got
absolute
pineapple
ball
shorts.
out here on the fields in Alabama.
Pretty amped about those.
It's
Pineapple
just something
shorts
you
are
love
probably
to
my
see,
favorite thing in the world.
especially that
Pineapple
coming
shorts
from
and
the
flamingo
bottom seed,
t-shirts.
8th out
Oh
of
my
8.
God, make me so happy.
Now, seeing yourselves
starting
in the
a lawn
bronze
mowing
medal match
business
at the first time
at
since
11.
Germany has appeared at the
mowing
World
lawns,
Games since 2005.
Easy, $25, $30.
So a massive achievement
Maybe
to be
$40
here.
with inflation.
Colombia, to say, perhaps a little bit lower than
I was doing,
expectations,
when I was younger, it
proved
was
their
like
way
20
through
bucks a
pool play,
lot.
but with much closer scorelines than the US.
Camilla.
But perhaps the
Oh,
North
Camilla.
Americans
Oh my
knowing
God,
how
my
to
brain
peak
stopped working.
at
Hey,
the right time, a
happy to
little
do
bit
it.
better than the two teams here.
Let me know if the
I'm
commentary
starting to enjoy
like
this
the volume
zoomed up
now.
pull shot. It's like the disc is dancing with me, begging for me to play with it.
So Colombia with their offensive unit on the field. Nice big reaching pass to the far side. Oh, and it's another huge flick bomb. The separation downfield is huge. Benavides had a little look at it. Nearly takes out the ankles, but Maria Forero with the score for Colombia.
That shot all the way from downtown. The Colombians
Too
putting on an
dirty.
exquisite performance of how to throw deep. And who else but Valeria Cardenas? How she lines up that one, really drops her hip, gains so much power.
I gave my coffee.
Not many people can do it as good as she can.
Absolutely. There is actually a in-depth study on YouTube of Valeria Cardenas'
Bruh.
throwing form. It's just iconic. Great stuff from Maria Ferrero. Just being wide open of Kyo Benavides, which is a difficult thing to do because Kyo is very rapid indeed. Made a shoulder height bid yesterday. I highly recommend you go back and watch.
That girl
It's
bid,
fantastic scenes from such
Kyoto,
a
was
small
it?
of stature but big of
Her
spirit player.
Leo D yesterday was
Sorry, gang.
insane.
It's like probably my shoulder height, and I'm not a small human.
And because like no one,
Softball, another
the
one of the
commentators,
sports
didn't
here at the
realize
World
that
Games.
it was
I think
D
it kind of
difference. Well, Liam
resembles
thought it was. And I was
Valeria
just like, that's a
Cardenas'
block. That's 100%
throwing
a block.
form, really using her whole body to generate power.
By the way, we love
It's
Liam
all about
Graham.
that kinetic chain, using your body as almost a whip
Am I
to
muted?
release the disc. With lots of spin, lots of momentum. Going looking a little bit lost for options, but a nice reaching pass. I love the way that the German handlers lead each other.
If you guys don't enjoy me
Squeeze
talking,
into small
because
channels.
I
High
like
pass,
talking
well
while
brought
games are
down
happening.
by Volkswagen.
I have friends on
Dasha.
teams that will be watching today. I like
Sure,
talking.
again with that
Go
leading
watch the
lefty
official stream.
pass.
Once again, I very much encourage it.
See if the
Only
disc might
watch
stay
this
with
if you're
Gerner.
geo-blocked, please.
We'll go back.
Put the link again. That's
Yeah,
what I
a
use to
few
watch the
yards
game.
on Valeria. See if Dosher goes for it again.
Nice to see Stefan Doscher back on the field after making a huge
Yeah,
block
I turned it
in
down
the
a little bit.
semi-final. To know he had wrecked himself.
Mhm.
Although getting that point back was essential, and what brought that
It's
game.
okay.
Lamar
Liam's
did.
voice over mine. I'll take it.
Oh, and a lovely pass, and again it's Priyan in exactly the same part of the end zone. I feel like
Please
I'm
watch
getting
the official
deja vu
stream.
here, Liam.
Yeah, the player has, I think, 7 goals now.
There's
in the
about 200
tournament.
people in here that
Majority of
should
that
not
corner.
be watching and
I don't
should
think
be
there's any
watching the
assists.
official
Her
stream.
and
But
Samuel Boyton-Muller
if you're
kind of playing
geo-blocked,
similar roles,
give
just
the
trying to
stream a
finish
like.
off moves. It was Samuel that
And
time who does the quick around backhand.
subscribe
Yeah,
as well,
you can see the
please.
very defined roles for this German side. Nikki Preen very much a finisher.
Well, I tell you what, she's got her paintbrush out and is varnishing the offense
Puffin.
for the German side.
You mean puffin?
But will it be enough?
it's
Is it
black
gonna,
and
are they
white.
creating a step ladder to get themselves onto the
Orange
podium?
feet, orange beak.
Or will it be the Colombians who take the bronze?
Yeah, we're trying to hit. I think we hit 700
Still all to
subscribers,
play for, of course.
which is lit dab
Early
poggin
stage in
champ.
this game that we played to
Yeah,
18
we're at
minutes
715.
at the time.
Let's see if we can get to
If
800.
either team can score 13 points before that,
Oh, 800 subscribers to stream.
that will close us out early, but hopefully we get
Please.
potentially the full 25 points out of this one, Liam. Wouldn't be mad to see that happen. Nice deep.
At
ball by
halftime, we'll
Dennis.
look at puffin photos.
Bringing it back in. Cartagena. Looking around. A little bit of a cheeky poach off there from Sebastian Spiegel. Foul's going to be called by Ramirez. Got a little bit of an elbow, I think, as he turned away.
I gotta figure out
The Boyton-Muller family.
how to do the widgets
They're big boys.
so we can like get like chat going like right here. Because
Of course, the Germans missing one
Like-
of the original Müllers that was supposed to be on this field.
like why I have my face came up is like to be like, hey, I'm not like trying to
So they
just
didn't
rip
need
off the
him.
stream.
I'm sure he would have been a
I'm trying to
useful
just
addition.
actually watch it, talk
A
about it,
talented
discuss it
man.
while it's
We have the
happening, because
German scene.
I don't like watching frisbee
Behena.
like replays of it.
Nice movement across. A quick pass from Ramirez, and it's another big flick. Again, the separation given, but Spiegel hot on the attack. Makes it up early, but he gets the second
Vamos!
bid for the goal. Jonathan Cantor for Colombia.
You mean the commentators?
Your magic again
Probably.
from Blair Cardenas. She's playing with so much courage and confidence, fearless throws every time. Germans really need to adjust to that. Again, that throwing form, it's so much whip and power into it.
If you do want to mainly hear the
Door went up
commentary,
far too early, but
please watch the
had
official
position to
stream.
make the recovery
Once again,
catch.
I'm like, the point of the
Had to
stream
go
is
up
not
early. Great
to
work from Sebastian Spiegel.
steal
Really
or
pressuring
anything,
that
in case
throw.
one, people are geo-blocked. Two,
Made it as difficult
I like
as
talking
it could
about frisbee.
possibly
My
have
friends
been
are
for
watching. I
Cantor.
was gonna watch it anyways.
Great
So-
focus, and that is going to bring us to our heat
Also eat my
timeout.
pancakes.
Both teams.
Strawberries,
look at-
maple syrup.
Listen to this music choice. Please don't take off your clothes, athletes, but please do put on some damp towels and some ice packs.
Go,
We just cool off here in the fields in Birmingham, Alabama.
How many times do you say co? Is it co,
Heating up here at the bronze medal match at the
I
World
feel like you could
Games.
just keep saying go, 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 go,
Colombia
go, go, go,
with a 2-point lead after getting that early break. The discussions going on there between, that is one of the captains for Germany, Steph Doscher, and Simone Ramirez, which I believe is the Spirit captain.
Well, that's what you usually find, Spirit captains, just checking in with each other, talking about how the game is going so far. Of course, this self-refereed sport, communication like that is so very important. If there's any issues, bringing them to the fore sooner rather
Bro, it's
than later.
33 degrees
Otherwise,
Celsius.
you leave yourself at risk
in
of
Birmingham
getting
right
to the
now.
end of a
It's a
match
big
and
L for
thinking,
me.
what could have been?
Feels like 37.
Might have been if
No,
we only had
thank you.
spoken sooner.
Going back to those semi-finals yesterday, I thought the spirit between the Germany-Australia game was fantastic. For a universe point game, one that probably the biggest game of a lot of these ultimate players' careers, it was fantastic in terms of how much contact was allowed, and just the fairness between the two teams is really something to admire. And it's something that's called in a lot about how effective self-refereeing is, and that is a great example of how good it can be in this sport.
Absolutely. At this level, we don't necessarily need penalties to discourage infractions of the rules. That sportsmanship and that good conduct really coming to the fore. And of course, for the jargon that we use, we call it spirit of the game.
No heat break for the fans. They're there in the blistering sun. You see the vuvuzela. Haven't seen one of those since the World Cup in South Africa.
We love to see a bit of musical action in the stands here. And it will be probably, perhaps not quite so humid, but potentially quite as warm at the World Ultimate Club Championships in about 2 weeks' time, which will be happening in Ohio. So many of the players out here, if you've become a fan of Team Germany or Team Colombia recently, you can catch more action. You sign up to UltiWorld. There'll be coverage all week available for you, your viewing pleasure.
Yeah, some of the German teams will be there. Bad Skid and Wall City in the Open Division. Jinx in the women's.
Yes, indeed.
Talking to some of the German players, they said they're going to show up at that tournament as well. This isn't a one-trick pony. German ultimate scene on the rise.
Absolutely, they are here. They've planted their flag firmly in the map. There'll also be, just to add to a bit more,
Yo, I
the other
love
teams you
pancakes.
can check out at the World Club Championships.
Like
There'll
the stream
also
if
be
you like pancakes.
Seagulls in the women's division. And in the mixed,
Do we
of
think?
course,
What
this
we
is
think?
the
Do we think
pinnacle
Germany's
of the
gonna
sport.
make a
Mixed
comeback here, or we think
competition.
Colombia's taking it?
female and male matching athletes on the fields in front of us.
I think.
Mixed, there'll be disconnection, Colorado,
I think Germany.
Barcelona,
I think
and
Germany's
Frum
gonna make a
from
bit of a
Frankfurt.
comeback. I think they're gonna get a
I
couple
think that's how you
breakbacks.
say it. It's F R capitalised U B B.
Bro, you see it spin?
So,
Sheesh.
having taken a moment to cool their heads, can Team Germany execute the flawless offense we saw in the early stages of this competition? Oh, and the commentators curse Dosha just bounces off his chest. Ford looking around for options, finds Cárdenas. The chaps for the Colombians working so hard, but the pocket is found in the far left corner. The shot from Manuela Cárdenas. We're so used to talking about Valeria's throws to Ford, and that's another goal and a break for Colombia.
Manu showing that he can take the big shots just like her sister.
There.
That one arcing over the German defense. Had to be a very accurate throw.
That's 2 errors, I'm going to say, for the Germans in that point. Just a bit of, maybe a little bit too much spice on the throw, maybe a little bit of lack of focus from Dosha. But I'll tell you what, Alexander Ford was very free. So I have a suspicion somebody got caught sleeping.
It's just concentration for the Germans. That's 2 gifts they've given up to the Colombians, and how clinical this D-line offense has been. They can't afford to do that. Find themselves 3 points behind this unbelievable.
Please do subscribe. Help me out. You don't have to pay money. You just have to hit the subscribe button. Big red button. You don't even have to watch anything. Just hit the subscribe button. Literally never watch a stream or a video ever again. Just hit the subscribe button. It's like down there.
Mosquera's pull is going to sit and rise into the air.
I'm a sellout?
Lovely stuff. Of course, this tournament, the first
Yeah,
world level competition where the gender pulling rules are in force. 7-a-side competition. So you've got ratios of 4 or 3 or either gender. And the gender with the highest representation taking on that first starting pull.
Why isn't she hitting those 2 unders?
Defense containing the Germans.
Those were like 2 big unders right there. There we go. I like hearing that.
High pass to Turner. She reaches and grabs. Really, have to credit the downfield coverage for Colombia right now. There's no real big shots. Just slowly eating up the space between the back set and the end zone.
Yeah, subscribing. There's going to be tons of extra content.
He was going to be rising
I'm gonna be at World Clubs coming up next week.
There's
going to be so much extra content. I might film a couple full games. All of that will be on this channel. World Juniors as well. All of that content, this channel right here. My main NKolakovic channel, that is just purely for highlight videos or just smaller montages. This channel will be all the long stuff.
Both players and relayed by the game advisors.
So if you like
on the
Frisbee,
sideline.
I don't know, maybe hit the subscribe button. I don't know.
That stall out was actually being spoken in Spanish, so a bit of confusion there on the fields with the different languages. Goes off to the races, lovely, expansive cutting.
Where's that happening?
Make that
the
many yards,
freestyle.
but finds the space. Priya now.
Manuel eating that up.
Pops it back to Gerner. Stoppage in the field. Foul called? Pit called.
Italy. I might send a little tweet to Whiff to it. Whiff.
Hand signals in the center of
maybe
the
I can see if I can come out, because I was thinking about going to Turkey this summer. I mean this September with my brother.
The Germans looking to keep the dream alive of taking home some medals. Volchak going towards the end zone, completely free, but it's going to be Gerner.
That's a nice cut.
Smag under hot pressure, and the captain for the German side keeps them in contention.
Great expansive offense there from the Germans, using the whole width of the field to keep the disc moving. Müller picking up another assist, looking to stay top of that assist leaderboard. 2 so far in this game, making it 20 total in the tournament so far.
Damn.
Yeah, he really has been so devastating, especially in the early stages of competition here in Birmingham. Although teams have definitely developed a game plan to try and quieten him down, but Gerner there taking a brief pause from marshalling the offence for Germany, then doing some work, getting a score to add to her very high tally.
Ball check.
Germany now with a difficult task.
Man, I don't know.
To get the disc back off the Colombians. Colombia have not turned over yet so far in this game.
It really is that thing of, you know, they're going to make very few errors, and at the moment it's Team Germany who were getting in their own heads. Guerrero wins forward. That's correct, Hina, sorry.
Spirit of the game? I don't believe in spirit of the game. It's silly.
Sitting in that pivot.
So I'm real. Okay, so German is the W is pronounced like a V, but a lot of the times the letter V is often pronounced like an F. Oh, okay.
That was thrown just quite far away on the mark. Nice to see her a little bit closer. Spoil that.
How do I make this brighter?
Oh, and a huge lower round break. After Hina has to think about it.
Torres really likes that, like, going in, jab out, and back under. It's like the lightning cut. Also, how you doing, Michael? Struggle bus mechanic out here.
In the underspace, but bit of a collision downfield. Van Alba there.
I saw, what was that on your IG story about Vancouver? Were you coming back?
We have a foul called away from the disc.
Cartagena. Great containment of this Colombian offense that likes to give and go and have that quick movement. Playing a style of frisbee where every person is an option.
Players resetting to their positions.
Cárdenas. Little hop in front of the thrower.
I thought she...
High releases now. Germans really moving up through the gears, tightening the screws. Cárdenas giving it going. Oh, nice reaching grab. This is more like it now.
Do it. She won't do it. Look how congested, like, the Colombian offense is.
Small channel.
It's like
huge pressure. Inching their way ever closer, fakes the hammer, throws the
careful
goal.
with that U in there, Michael. You might get yelled at.
And Cárdenas rips it down.
Not often you see her catching goals in the end zone, but Colombia works so well in a small space. His last few passes, all of that.
What the? Oh, I tapped my headphones.
Far sideline.
I figured it out.
Where other teams might have felt uncomfortable, the Colombians are like, yeah, we do this all day. This is where we live. Looking calm and confident, and yet to turn over.
Okay, can one of the Colombians clarify this for me? So it's like, I guess legally, like, Valeria's name is like Maria Valeria Cardenas, and I forgot what the last bit is. The name before and the name after, are those like the parents' names? Like the, I guess the family names? Well, like, I don't really understand.
You have to deal with that come down of losing a semi-final.
Like, my guess would be like, oh, it's like daughter of this person and this person.
Have to bounce back, take on this stellar German side.
I believe they have beaten the US the once, but it was in pool play, unfortunately, rather than here on the big stage. But Germany needing to hold here, or they're going to see Colombia take the half and run away with this match. Brian squeezes the back pass to Müller. Nice inside shot, that's going to lead Gerner, but she has a little look at it and just declines to make the bid. And a timeout called.
So
back at
it's
us.
just, so it's like, there's like nothing, no like,
That's a second turnover of the game for Nico Muller.
because it's like, yeah, it's like Manuela and Valeria, like they both go for their, like, is there a reason why some people would choose one over the other?
Colombia now one possession away from having a perfect half. No turnovers so far in this first half. Just, I believe 3 turnovers now from Germany and have been punished every time. Incredible performance from the Colombians.
Absolutely, showing their class here on the fields. And how do you feel about this timeout call, Liam? Because I know you're not a fan of the in-play timeout.
Again, there is circumstances where I understand it. I think happened yesterday when you're a point away from half, but you can only have 1 timeout per half. So if they didn't use it now, it's likely they'd never use it. So I understand that there was a change over possession. There wasn't a chance to make
while
a
there's
quick
this
break,
timeout,
so
please take the time,
essentially
give the
just
stream a
having
like.
a quick water break,
Also hit the old subscribe button.
which probably does favor the offense.
It's mucho helpful.
So I'm okay with it.
We're
How it pans out. I think
creeping in on 800 subscribers.
Especially as you say, in this part of the game where you've only got the 1 timeout to use, you might as well have a moment of pause, but check in with your coach and say, right, what's the game plan here? Of course, you do give the defense the opportunity to see exactly how your
Okay.
formation
Because,
is
like,
set
I know,
and apply
like,
your
I know a bunch of the
tactics.
Colombians where it's like, I think their first name, like, one of their first name is like Maria. So it's like, I think it's like, are both the Cardenas sisters? It's like Maria Manuela Cardenas?
Cardenas. Close marks, everyone's
Jesus,
swarming the
that's
disc for
beautiful.
The Germans, a zone set by the looks of things. Or is it just that the Colombians are moving so fast as a unit? Lovely level shots on those flicks.
Because it's like, I guess it's like,
1 to forward.
one of those 2 first names is going to be, I guess, slightly more unique than the other one, maybe?
Giving and going and switching the
I
disc
found-
around. Jimenez.
I found it very interesting. Yo, you can hit that.
Moves the mark all the way around, but lost for options. Cardenas coming back in.
No!
And she opens up another huge blade and finding that left corner again. Duguay with the score.
Manu with a big crossfield shot.
Oh my
Incredible play
god,
there
I
from
love it.
Colombians.
I love
Must have
Manuela.
been 15, 20 passes in a row there, all stall 1 passes. And that's the style of offense you don't often see, particularly in North America. That is a style they brought upon themselves. Then take the big shot when it's on, and it's been Manu,
I like that
Manu
shot.
and Valeria taking on those difficult throws.
Sheesh.
We just saw in the back of the shot there, Ospina, Laura Ospina, one of the original 7 from 2017, being alternated out, not fit to play here on the field. Like to have her still in the team unit, lending her support. But I tell you what, Manuela Cardenas is her X-ray specs on today.
Julio Duque putting the exclamation on a perfect half for Colombia. No turnovers. The 36-year-old wants a bronze medal to take home to Colombia.
Damn, those stands are packed.
Well, that closes the chapter, the first half. The Colombians lead 7-3 as they hunt for bronze here. Some medals to take back to their home nation. The athletes are going to take a little bit of a pause, and so shall we, but we'll be back with you shortly.
What do you think about the game so far? I think that the Colombians' offense is just something. It's so different than the European offense that I don't think I've seen any European team I don't think I've seen any European team like actually play that kind of offense, where it's like that super tight, like almost in zone. It kind of looked like while they're traveling up the sideline there, they had a triangle. It's like the two main options, and then that top option in case that second option got taken away. Simon, I love that man. That was a good D. No, I've been seeing Manuela throw that throw for years. She's just perfected it. Oh! Oh! Because I don't think the Germans know how to defend that. I don't think most Europeans would know how to defend that. I think for like, if you're playing against Japan or Colombia, I think those are two teams that you need to watch video evidence on. Like, you need to do video review on the two of them. Because those two styles of offense, and defense actually for that matter, are so unique. But both the respected countries play that so well. Let's go second half, baby. Let's go. Vamos, Colombia. In Torben.
Second half of this bronze medal matchup, the hunt for dirty gold. Will it be Colombia or will
Stop
it
saying
be
dirty
Germany
gold, please.
taking home
I feel like dirty gold. This is my personal thing. Dirty gold is discrediting the game. I think a bronze medal, saying proudly it's a bronze medal game, I think is way better.
Some Colombian fans going wild in the stands. We've seen a lot of nations supporting their other sports. I saw some of the Aussie squash team cheering on the Australians yesterday, and I think that's been really great. A lot of the flying disc players going to some of the other events, cheering on their home nations.
And vice versa. There have been lots of sports coming across into the stands. One thinks maybe some of the Colombian fans from the track and road speed skating, where they took home quite the haul, might have stayed a little bit of extra and enjoyed the scenes here and flying disc competition. So, Germany coming out on offence. Their first offensive point in the first half was an immediate throwaway straight off the bat. So let's hope we can see them string a little bit more action together here as Müller finds Gerner racing across the centre of the field. Match defense from Colombia, but sagging off of Müller.
I'm gonna seize. Oh God!
Döscher, far side, the lefty from Karlsruhe. Döscher has separation, but good switch from the stack.
I think the Germans would greatly benefit from.
Pops a high one, bit lofty.
Nice grab!
Pressure, but well taken. Müller keeping calm.
Jock,
And now
keep saying
stumble in the centre of the field.
How do you say Jock-seam?
Anna Gerner was on the ground there. Good catch under pressure by Müller.
Because
a lot of times it's just
I
his
keep wanting
large
to say like
frame
Jacques,
uses so
like
well to protect
French,
the disc.
but it's not.
See Laura Spina on the sideline there trying to pump up her teammates. It's great when you see a player get injured, can't participate, then still turn up the
What happened to
try and
Espina?
help the team any way they can.
Because she's been out for a bit, hasn't she?
Absolutely, and the sideline presence of your teammates can be so valuable. With only 14 players on the rosters, those travelling alternates have a job to do as well.
Nikki Green with the disc for Germany, just outside of the end zone.
So, can the Colombians prevent the pass with their end zone defense? They can't. It's Volchak with the goal.
Looks like a stall out might be called here. Definitely active mark from Manu, but it is a goal nonetheless.
Yeah, that stall out retracted after a brief discussion and pause, and that is exactly how Germany needed to open up this second half.
I believe that's
you in Colombia for a wedding?
Assist of the tournament, a bit of a feathery flick there to Valjak, high into the stall. Definitely a player likes to prefers to catch it in the end zone, Preen, but Valjak doing well.
Wait, did I miss one of your
looks like Valjak's going to stay on the field
comments, Michael?
as well. I think he's played the most points out of anyone on this German side.
Or did it not go through?
Well, Valjak kind of first out onto our radar back at the European Beach Championships in 2019, when she was representing her home nation in the mixed division, as she is today. And it was a fantastic just performance there. She's isolated on the sand so often. And part of it is a testament to just the level of athletic training and conditioning that Valjak does. If you want to check out her Instagram for some Fitspiration, Fitspo if you will, highly recommend it. Although these days, including some spike ball, multi-sport athlete, and some juggling. Perhaps she's now overpowered in the legs, has to work on something else instead. But the Colombians will respond. Chaps in the backspace with the female athletes in the upfield. Gadres left all alone. Quickly, the mark finds. Oh, it's a big pass we have to redeem by Torres. Not the intended target, but there all the same. And a call on the play.
Looks like it is an injury, and it's Sebastian Spiegel who's on the turf.
Okay, so
Jonathan. No, we'll have to come off the field. He's coming off now anyway.
So, like, my name's like Nathan Kolakovic. So Kolakovic's my dad's last name. So what my name?
So it was an injury
like,
and a foul.
If it was like in the I guess like the Hispanic version, would it be?
The anchor of this D-line offense haven't got their hands on the disc yet, though.
One or two names plus. So it's 3 or 4 names. So it's.
About to say we haven't really seen.
So it'd be like Nathan Kolakovic, and then my mother's last name, like Nathan.
He's already on the field.
Kind of like that.
47 for Germany. He's used to playing ultimate here on the continent of North America, and a high-reaching grab on the far side. Nice dish behind the back from Thomas.
No, don't do it. That's a great pull off right there. I think a really solid way to defend Colombians.
Bit of a flobbly wobbly throw off the left hand of Torres there.
Is by allowing that.
Slicing through.
Well,
oh, it's going to be a lofty, floaty backhand, but the separation
I guess maybe it's just the angle.
By Troutman. Moreno on the goal line. Easy post.
I think a very good way to defend the Colombians, maybe not, because I've never actually like really played against the Colombians properly, is to have like that tighter like zony look, and then just have I'm gonna call it a release. Having someone in the backfield that anytime someone makes an out cut on them, you just release them and you just do lots of switches. So you just basically have one deep help, and you just release it to that person consistently.
And so we continue to trade. The Colombians, of course, having that initial advantage of starting on offense, has now been somewhat leveled out by the Germans, getting us started in this second half. But one apiece, if you want to take that mental reset to a 0-0 game-to-1 type approach.
Yeah, I feel like a few people in the stream are behind a little bit.
Curtailed versus what the players are used to in the club circuit. 80 minutes will take us to full time if neither team can score 13 points prior to that.
I also changed the settings to be just like low latency, so there is a little bit of delay.
GER, one of the best pullers in the business.
Yeah. One of the commentators said at the like earlier in this game, where it's just like Mosquera is like one of like the best pullers in the women's division? Hell no. She's one of the best pullers in the game. Like there's no doubt about it.
But this is much nicer from the Germans. Able to advance down the field quite quickly. Nice high one, reeled in by Liebert.
Yeah.
Back to Gerner.
Because it's like having that release.
Liebert available in the deep space. Has separation from Mosquera with that closing speed. Oh, nice snag from Gerner, and she finds Mona, who is still punched off, and that is a goal and a hole.
Having that release just I think takes away a huge amount of the deep shots.
From the Germans.
And allows defenders to really focus on that close, like the note unders.
Sure, get yards under, give the leading pass, and it's Gerner or Muller.
And with
perfectly timed break side cut.
Mosquera, so she's like a long distance runner. She is like that's like her other, I guess her other sport is I guess long distance track. She is so insanely fast, but I don't think she's as quick. So I think another really good way for beating Colombians like against their defense, like as an offensive player, is trying to expose Mosquera in the small space. In the big space, Mosquera is winning every time. Like I don't care against who, like regardless of gender. I think she's running like beating in the deep space in the sky. Like she's so. The thing is, she's pretty. Well, she's not.
Well, if ever there was a moment to try and turn the momentum,
I think that would be the only thing. But she's just so dominant. Except for like I said, like the smaller space.
Over halfway through in time, but
defensively, like how we just saw on that last end zone.
Let's get a block here. The Germans try and poach in the lane to prevent the quick movement of the Colombian side.
She's playing at
Oh, and it's a huge flick, squeezing it down the sideline, just about stays in. Cárdenas. Oh, and opens up the around, proving she can do both
technically,
sides.
I think they could call it travel because she was a foot outside the end zone.
Yeah, Cárdenas, just sensational game. And we talked about this where analysts a few days ago, who would be on your team of the tournament, and she's a banker. She's been fantastic. So huge, so much finesse with her throwing. She could peel an orange in her pocket.
She could peel. Liam Grant, I love you.
Well, at the moment, the bananas are in the stands. And if they're fans of Colombia, they're going to be very,
hey, again,
happy
please do give some love to the channel. Hit the old subscribe button.
We are trading out this
follow on the action. I'll be doing a watch party again for the gold medal game. I also do encourage everyone to watch the official stream. I'll share that again. Then that way you don't have to listen to my voice. It's a big W for everyone.
Get some of their O-line players out there for a point. They have a timeout in their pocket. Put on a power line.
I believe with that link they'll also be having all the other previous games. So like the oh my god, who Colombia played? Colombia played the States? Who Colombia played? Oh my god. Yeah, no, Colombia played Australia. Man, you think I remember these things.
The game that didn't work for anyone.
Available around the high dish from Gerner. It's going to sit and hang, but no one is around Beutenmüller.
Manuela, so close.
Tries for the bid, but Nikki Priyan.
She's going for that cone flip? I thought Manuela was going for that cone flip there.
Where else would she be but on that front corner? And playing fantastic offense.
So that game that was dual-blocked everywhere. That yeah, you
mistakes earlier on offense, and Manu getting horizontal.
That game is available to be rewatched on
well, these are the matchups we came here to see. And, not her favourite part of the pitch to score in for Nikki Priyan. Does seem to favour that far on our view, right hand side, far nil slither of the end zone, but happy to punch the goal in. wherever she's needed.
I think I remember these things because
Well,
it was
were flipped at
yesterday.
half-time, and that's, I guess, the reason she's now scoring in that one. Things trading at the moment, but that's not good enough for the Germans. If they want this bronze medal, they're going to have to try and shake up this unbreakable Colombian offense.
On the prior shot, you just saw Max Liebersberg, the one of the coaches for the German set. Hopefully he's been able to impart some sage wisdom and advice to this German side. It's lovely to see this one get a little bit closer. Not showing bias, you just want more game time. Torres finds Cartagena.
Oh, nice. Oh.
Big cuts available downfield.
Oh, she wanted to do it.
I have to suspect that the Germans are switching to try and smother any movement downfield. They seem to be doing quite effectively. Huge fakes off the Colombian arms. Alba pops through to Cardenas. Valeria working tirelessly across the field. Oh, the scuba over the top. We love to see it.
Yeah.
Nearly the poach block for Gerner. Ramirez back to Torres.
Ramirez has been having a pretty keen game.
The creativity of the Colombian handlers. And
Oh,
it's a
that's
low one. Can it be picked
Shut
up? No,
up.
it cannot. Going to the
Shut
knees is
up.
Cartagena. Options available and chooses the high release backhand. Alba with the goal.
Every time Valeria touches the disc, it just completed a pass. That was an incredibly low hook.
That should not have worked.
She was able to thread the needle. And then another easy around backhand. But again, it's Valeria's shot that opens up the offense. She's
Bro,
3 assists so far, but I think
God.
probably 5, 6, 7 of the goals are down to her aggressive throwing and hasn't turned over yet. Remarkable stuff.
Well, this game and the way that the Colombians are playing is really a showcase of how to effectively engage your female athletes with lethal effect. That was quite a low one from Cardenas, not this level that we normally see her throwing at, but certainly effective as it needed to be. And then second heat break now will bring us a brief pause to cool down. The Colombians right now, they're just on fire, Liam.
Gives Valeria a chance to cool down those cannons. She has been incredible, and we see the crowd enjoying this game.
That would be so hot in those banana costumes.
And the stands filling up. Of course, we will be bringing you medal action all day today. At the moment, it looks firmly in the palms of Colombia. Of course, the face-off, the showdown between the Aussies and the Americans. The host nation will be after this game.
So,
But the fans in the stands clearly not impacted by the conditions here in Alabama. Humidity index of about 44%.
Who's running this stream?
Celsius-wise, feels like about 38, 39 degrees.
We see a Mexican wave going across the stands. Maybe a Colombian wave.
I'd say so. Either way, wonderful to see the fans in the stands enjoying this game as much as I'm sure you are right now.
Do you think Germany's making any bit of a comeback here?
Back on the field already. The Colombians.
I hope they
taking
come
the
back a little
opportunity to
bit.
Get out of that direct light, allow their bodies to recover. What's a big task now for the Germans? You want the likes of Katharina Schulze, Konrad Schlor,
Let's see.
Torben Hirnschemeier to really step up. They're the big D-line players that were picked for the squad to get blocks. Nobody's come close, really, this game. I know Valeria has thrown through some tight windows, but, you know, she hasn't turned over yet, and I don't see her turning over so far as the game progresses.
At the moment, it just feels like the Germans don't have a response to the deep shots, because it has been a case of expansive throws, which is, I mean, interestingly enough, considering we talk about how much the Colombians favour the short space and those quick tic-tac passes. but actually the way they've been scoring oftentimes has been off of a cutter that's going into the deep space with acres of separation from their nearest defender. So perhaps maybe some bracketing, because certainly we saw a bit of bracketing from the German male defenders a couple of points ago, so maybe that's just coming a little bit unstuck, and those shots across the way, there's next to no
says it's
wind,
Ulti-World.
certainly for the quality of play we're seeing. These athletes are just so good at throwing.
But what I wonder,
Colombians to throw whatever the heck they want.
because
at the moment, it would be nice to see.
it's really
perhaps
weird
a bit
to
more
me.
just honest person coverage.
One, so this truck in the back, that truck in the back left, I'm pretty sure that's the broadcasting truck. Like where they do all like the replays and stuff. I don't know why the main camera that they have is
for female
above the
players on
stands.
the field.
And I think that's a huge loss.
Determined as
A
ever.
huge loss for the sport to have those empty ass stands over there and not in the background of all the shots.
Well, right now, to win this game, the Colombians just need to score 3.
Like the
Whereas for Team Germany, it will be a full 7.
Is it because those tents maybe?
There's not a ball.
No, the tents were there
beyond
before.
them. And that's a lovely dish from Nico Müller
Nice shot.
into the end zone, and that's the goal for Stefan Doscher.
Nico Müller teasing one into the end zone for Doscher. He's got a lot more playing experience with him as he recently joined Bad Skid. In a bit of standout this tournament as well, Doscher. One of those players that quietly gets involved, just does the basics very, very well. And again, yeah, the German offense looking great. But
Also,
can they
again,
get the disc
please
off?
do subscribe to the channel.
Colombians
Tons of extra frisbee
really
content,
enjoying
more
that
watch
Manu
parties. Anytime I'm
keep
not
playing
at an
matchup.
event, I'll be probably
Think
doing
he's a
some
very
watch
strong,
parties for a lot of the
powerful
games.
downfield cutter.
Not all
Manu
the games, but a decent
trying
amount of
to
them.
throw herself around a corner and put pressure
As
on her,
well
but
as
has
if I do
failed to
attempt
do
live
so
streams in the future,
so
which I
far.
think I'm going to attempt maybe a live
That would
stream
be
or
an
two at
interesting
World
defensive
Clubs,
call, Helium.
or just full game
It would be if
footage.
the Germans
Any of
took
that
a
stuff
little
will
leaf
be on
out
this
of
channel.
the playbook of the Aussies, and maybe put a zone on with a big set of male players at the front and some female deeps. Because at the moment, the Colombians did, in their pool games, did use the height of their male matching athletes quite well in the deep space over the likes of Japan and France. But just throwing it out there would be interesting to see. We'll have to see as they run the pull down what the name of the game is. It is just honest person-to-person coverage. Troutman on the mark. Cartagena. Oh, Spiegel has a little bit of a look at the high disc. Thrown to Cantor. Good dish and movement. Squeezing himself in front
Has there
of
been a
that front
Callahan
cone.
this tournament?
Just using the edges, and it's a big launch.
Come on,
Much
Cantor.
closer is Spiegel.
Nice grab.
Goes up high and early, but just can't best Cantor.
I think there's been like two
Dish is back.
very close to
Nobody attacking the end
Callahan's.
zone space yet. A bit of a stumble there. Oh, and just the fine, and Spiegel makes a huge play. Quite a lot of contact though between the two.
That could be the first turnover of the point. We see which happens. Cantor did end up on the ground. Spiegel looked like he had a line, ends up on top of the Colombian player, which
No foul.
wasn't that great, but he did actually get a hand to it. Spiegel just putting enough pressure on him. Looks like the turnover will stand.
Yeah, both players jostling for the same space.
I'm gonna have to pick up Charlie's
There we
brain
go.
when
The
I see him.
Germans have generated
I'm
a
very
turnover
curious onto
at
their
long last.
reasoning for switching sides.
Spiegel.
I think that's something that like
Person.
Ulti-World
Coverage
should
from
write about or
Colombia.
post about.
See the women sitting in the underspace. The high disc goes up. Konrad Schlor goes under it. So they call the foul.
Looks like we do have a foul call.
He's going to retract it after a bit of a chat with Ivan Alba. A fair fight in the end. After those high passes
I
didn't
like
quite
that.
work out in the
That's very
semi-final
respectable.
for the Germans, they give the disc back to Colombia.
Because it's like,
So
I think stuff like that, it's like, hey, you
back.
could make that call, you would stand, but I'm like, does it really?
You can hear the crowd starting to get engaged, shouting for the defense. And a big collision on the far sideline. Torres taking a big chunk from Conrad Schlor, who I don't think necessarily saw where she was.
Reece Moore did not look happy on the sideline. Threw off his hat there. Looked like it might have been a dangerous play. We hope that Torres is okay.
God damn, that's one thing I love about the Colombians. It's just like, that's
off the ground.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that's his wife.
Bit of a winding.
You'd think I know. I'm like 99% sure.
Over the stadium.
I don't like to always assume these things, but 99% sure. Partner. Should say partner. And he goes and makes sure that, like, Conrad, like, is fine. Oh wait, was that? That was Torres, right?
You say Torres will be able to return to the fields.
Can we get replay on that? No.
Although at this point, we may not see her come back if she just needs a bit of time to chill out. She will be replaced by Manuela Cardenas. So the foul is accepted, unsurprisingly.
Why? I'm so surprised that they won't give us a replay on that. Maybe it's because they don't want to showcase. That okay? That would be my guess. Is they don't want to showcase dangerous plays.
Cardenas.
Jesus.
We get treated to both sisters on the field at once, but it's going to be Ramirez, the target for the goal, and the Colombian hold. They're within two of the bronze medal here at the World Games.
I love that man so much. Holy crap!
That's one fly to the end zone again. She has been incredible, catapulting this all over the field. And it's just a throwing expo here from Valeria.
Absolutely beautiful stuff. A little cheeky celebration for Ramirez. Not quite as he...
yeah, no, because the stands under the camera are full.
Just nice to see a bit of garnish placed on the scores here.
You know what? This is what I think. I bet Ulti World was like, yo, it's going to be hot as shit. Everyone is going to go sit in the shade. That's what I think.
Potentially the closing moments here, as the Colombians continue to just add another sealant around
That's my call.
door. I think at the moment we can say the door is fairly well closed. They're just making sure, just patting around the edges.
Julio Duque with the big pull there. Man who's
It makes sense.
36 years old now. Will he be on this Colombian team in 3 years' time? We have a few athletes here in their late 30s and 40s, so not ruled out yet, but I definitely think he wants to go home with a bronze medal. Consider where he'll be in 3 years' time.
Absolutely, and they still can go and play together in the Masters division at the World Championships in both national representation and at the elite club level. I'm sure they will continue to grace us with their excellent skills for many, many more years to come. But as you say, perhaps this their last opportunity to get
like
some swag around their necks. The
but it's like the tents there.
To pose questions. Nico Müller, nice slicing inside to Gerner.
And like all these these banners and stuff.
Nice high dish and Gerner with the score under huge
Jimena,
pressure.
come on, you're better than that. Come on.
There, but a good hand slap.
I don't like that bit.
And the Germans hold one more.
This is late.
This game, but in fairness, great spirit in terms of discussing and moving on from that.
Oh, you know what? No, the German play made a slight adjustment. I retract my statement.
Great way to take it aggressively from Gerner. You can see she sort of felt the presence of Montagna behind.
Colombia just 2 possessions away from winning this game. Just 1 turnover so far from them.
Yeah.
Almost a perfect game.
Like, I think that bid was
Unable
late.
to capitalize on that one great opportunity.
But it's like the German player definitely like adjusted their course slightly so
things
that
up
there
as
was
we
that
get into
shoulder
the business
contact.
end.
Otherwise, Jimena would have just like made no contact with anyone. Jimenez definitely one of those players who like bids insanely safely.
Conrad Schleur. One of the pivotal key.
I think she's one of like the most exceptional people when it comes to layout choices.
Opportunity to take the disc downfield. But sandwich between the
Oh my
two.
God! Go!
Make it come off. The Colombian offense right now.
Ooh.
Hot to trot, but there comes the play, the run through, and immediately goes for the score.
Don't drop it.
Oh, it's Müller with the break for Germany. Is this the start of the comeback?
Samuel Müller trying to get his German
That was
side
sick.
pumped up. Finally, a bit of intense defense from the Germans. Gets the run through block, takes off towards the end zone.
Great D, recognizes what's happened.
Isn't done just yet.
And oh my
Sadiq
God.
crossed over there onto the D-line. Both players
That was
celebrating
so
before it
sick.
scored.
Oh my God, that shot. Oh my God, that was so
I
sick.
wonder if they waited a bit too late to be bringing the likes of Nico and Samuel onto this D-line. You know, the
Oh
tournament's
my
over
God,
after
I
this. You
love
might as
that
well
shot.
spend everything you have in the tank.
And they'll have a good couple of days to recover before taking the fields at the World Ultimate Club Championships. You can enjoy that coverage
Love.
later on. It won't be long before we see these athletes.
Great camera work there. I support that.
Unique.
Once again, please do make sure you guys hit the old subscribe button, big red button.
This is where you start.
Por favor.
Your lines. It's short rosters as it is. I expect we'll get lots of reps.
Trying to hit 800
Torres, though,
subscribers
back on the
potentially.
field after taking that clattering.
May not hit it this
Love
time.
to see.
If everyone hit it, that'd make me a
See
happy
that
person.
Slightly poached off marks downfield for the Germans. Can they prevent those big shots into the end zone? Good movement downfield. Oh, and there she goes. Cartagena with
Too easy.
nobody anywhere near her.
Appreciate
Press
you
on the
guys.
invisibility
Thank you
cloak.
so much.
And
Really,
brings her team
honestly,
within one
like,
goal of the medal.
it's insanely helpful. Like, eventually trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark.
Getting
Like,
stats all over the field,
sheesh.
assists, scores, don't know what
The fact that
happened
we've got
there.
this many
Some confusion.
subscribers in like the last couple
The
days
Germans
is
think
like
there
means a
was
lot.
switch called, but low coverage in the end. It's now game point to the Colombians. Ina Cartagena, one of the standouts for Colombia way back in 2012.
100%.
Ultimate Guts Championships. She's been doing wonders for Team Colombia for many a year. A nice response there to being broken for the first time. Really good, clean offensive hold. We see Anna Gerner playing another point now.
Yeah,
Nico
something like
Muller,
that.
3 in a row. You see they are playing their power lines here.
Like the big thing is like because especially like the angle is like get this channel monetized, because if this channel is monetized, that means I'm gonna be aiming to film a lot more full games. I'm gonna be doing a lot more like editing live streams,
Sitting and hanging.
like the extras content,
Races off
just
upfield.
filming full games, because I do like filming full games, and like if this channel can get monetized, like I can hire someone to put together like the edits and the graphics and all that for the full game, so I can focus on highlight reels and stuff. And we can make some really sick like post event content.
Back in comes.
But I won't be putting I won't be able, like, I can't justify going nice
Very
shot,
uncomfortable for
nice
the
cut.
Germans, but a
I can't
nice
justify
bit
like
of
putting in the
movement
money
from
and
Anna
stuff ahead
Gerner.
of time.
High dish to Beutenmüller.
I guess I could do it on my main channel, but
Finding it down that line, it's going to have to be picture perfect, and it is! Marvin Waldvogel with the goal, and that is the hold for Team Germany.
Brilliant hold for Germany. They actually haven't turned over in the second half.
Also, this is, I think this is going to be the channel. I'm going to try to be doing giveaways with either viewers point tweets or greatest ultimate bags. And I'll definitely be a thing
just to subscribers.
3 breaks now to win. That is a tough ask for any side.
Like, I've got one greatest bag to give away. Should I just do a
We've been
giveaway?
saying that the Germans are the Cinderella story of this tournament, and what a crescendo if they can find something and just bring out a miracle. That's what it's going to take right now to destabilize the Colombians. But I mean, one for the ages if they do.
Conrad Schlor, often you see him go a whole game without getting a block.
I like this. This is tighter. I think like a 1 or 2 point game.
A few points ago. Hopefully he can do it a little bit cleaner this time. We see
no, this is against a 3 point
potentially
game.
Be the last pull of this game. Sinking into the back of the end zone. What a lovely stuff. You can see how much Torres wants. There's just no one around her, still ripping the disc out of the air. Cardenas doesn't like the dish, goes for the scuba over the top. Some might call that risky, but I call it pretty much just part of her game.
Blair's been savage with her scoobers.
Grinding under, away from Priyan. Opens up a big one. Is this going to be the goal? It's going to land out of bounds. And the second turnover of the entire game for Colombia.
It was the 3rd turnover. But yeah, seldom they gave the disc up. And I think that one went out of bounds straight away. So might be a short field here for the Germans. And could be the start of this.
Hear me out. I'll be down for 2 German breaks here.
Second or third. It's still very, very impressive. So tight here
Make
at the top.
Make it a really
the
interesting last point. Last
both teams, certainly for the Germans, lots to be proud of. Shows the quality of this sport. So Spiegel. Bit of a violation call on the mark there.
Yeah, seemed like he wasn't happy where he brought the disc in.
Game advisor Ollie Brown just stepping in to aid the discussion.
The sideline itself is actually out of bounds. They should put their foot beside the line. Seems like relatively insignificant. Not sure if it would have prevented that throw.
But giving all the athletes on the field a bit of a chance to just pause, catch a breath. Wojtenmüller. Spiegel dancing around to get free, losing quite a lot of yards, but the Germans happy to do so. Doscher.
German very male-heavy playing right now.
Fancy footwork, and it's going to launch it immediately, backing into the end zone, not quite in. Volchak and finds Spiegel open wide, and they convert the break and bring themselves within one.
I think the Germans are realizing that one, besides from Volchak,
they can take down the Colombians.
I think the Colombian women heavily outmatched the German women. I think the German men are a little bit more, at least size-wise, better. So like I wouldn't be surprised if just for these last like 2 or 3 points, we see a lot more just offensive-wise German use. And we saw that with like we've been seeing that with like the Colombian women, is like, or like the Colombian team throughout this game on offense. There's been a lot more Colombian women touches.
It's been having
just
a
overall
dynamite tournament so far. We bring out this pull for the D-line, and again, it's the shortened roster, the same faces. The addition of Trautmann there with the knee brace and the tape. He's been having a fantastic tournament defensively as well. Early stage has got lots of run-through blocks, so let's see if the Germans can keep this game alive, or will it be Colombia with another tasty hold to bring them back that bronze medal.
I imagine Volchek will be playing for the rest of the game.
Cheering the defense. They want more from this one. Ramirez to Torres. Threatening that inside low backhand. There's Cardenas available on the right-hand side of the field, as she would see it. And a smart matchup with Priyan's height against the prowess of Alejandra Torres's arm.
Not the first time we've had a discussion about what the stall count should be coming in on.
Better hurry up. It's almost over there.
So the stadium announcer keeping us informed. With the stall count beginning to rise. It's a big layout to keep the disc for Cardenas. It's going to ask for a replacement though. The body just catching a little bit too much of that.
I like that they'll just
replace
the disc. No problem.
Well, this is crunch time.
Yo, look at that. Is that Kevin LeClaire in the background? Look at that.
Sure.
Ooh, sheesh.
Getting horizontal.
Well, that man's is an insane photographer. Multi-photos, everyone. Check him out.
Stuck with Volchak to try and prevent those big passes. Cartagena now. Fakes off. Huge handler. Marking from the Germans. Konrad Schlor getting big against Cantor, but not
Oh my
able
god,
to do
let's
it.
go, baby.
The Germans throwing themselves at the disc right now. Oh, Alba with the cheeky fake of the overhead.
Right here.
Torres. Hot chase from the Germans. Cardenas swings across to Alba. Hearts racing. Another pick.
I think we're going to see probably 2 more pick calls in this point.
Easy dish to start to Cantor. Herrero. And another stumble. Alba perhaps getting a little bit of a
Good timing, Michael.
tap perhaps from Müller.
Germans have definitely ramped up the defense here. And a potential medal-winning possession for the Colombians.
Well, this is where you have to play defense like your life depends on it. Hunger Games style.
Injury is called.
See who's going to replace Ivan Alba. Has been very useful in this game. 3 goals so far.
As Nico Müller decided to come off the field there, so deciding to bring on Stefto should have fresh legs.
Well, in the semi-final yesterday, it was Derscher who made that pivotal block. Germans couldn't quite finish it out. Let's see if he's going to be able to be the key in the lock today. Cartagena moving us forward to Ramirez.
Oh!
Cartagena dancing in front of the disc.
Scuba, do it!
Shot from Cardenas. Cartagena. Oh, and an easy find, but retract.
Vamos!
And that is the bronze medal for Colombia. You can see how much it means with that celebration. Shirt straight off. They're taking home the medal. It's not quite what they hoped it might be, but they'll be happy nonetheless. And commiserations to the Germans. It was too little, too late. But my, oh my, that was some quality stuff.
This Colombian side played so well all game long, making the right decisions to go home with another medal from the World Games. Germany, who took down the USA in pool play, unfortunately go home empty-handed. What a performance they put in all week long.
I'm happy with that.
European team, and just done so. much for
I
European
would
ultimate.
have loved to
They can hold their heads high.
have seen the Germans take the W.
Absolutely.
What I should say is, I think that's.
Any pieces
No,
of metal around their
I'm
necks.
happy Colombia
put in
won.
some
Super
cabinet
happy Colombia
somewhere.
won.
They can take
I think
home
having
excellent
the
memories.
Germans,
It's been really clear to see how much the
Germany's
Germans,
success
when
in
they've
this
been firing
tournament
on form, how much they've
has
enjoyed
been
this experience of the World Games and fighting hard for
like
each other, but
huge.
a great result.
Huge for
Team
German
Colombia.
ultimate and European ultimate in general.
Talked about how
Taking
it's been
down
10,
like
11 years in
Canada
the making.
and the
This competition
States
having been delayed that 1 year
in
by
early game and forcing
circumstances
a
beyond anybody's
team,
control,
aka
but
Canada, that I
just
think
wonderful scenes,
most
a
people
wonderful
have
game and a
expected to be
testament
in
to both
the finals,
sides. So
forcing
fresh
them
and so
out,
clean. But just that last section,
like out of medal
able to
contention,
surmount it from the
like
Germans.
that was the
But
Germans who did
will
that.
wrap us up.
I think that's
But stay tuned. We will be
like
having,
insane.
of course, that gold medal match.
Okay,
Shortly, the
that's it.
USA are
So
gonna face off against the
I'm gonna take
Australians,
some
the
time.
Thunder from down
We're gonna
under.
go chill out.
Will they be able to surmount
Um,
their four-time
I
defending
think I'm
champions?
gonna
It's a bronze
I'm gonna
this
leave my
year
stream. Well,
for
not this stream
Colombia
going. We're gonna
as
end the
they
stream.
show us their dancing skills.
And then we're gonna get back
It's
for
been a
another
pleasure to
watch
watch.
party. What time?
Incredible stuff for the Colombians.
We're gonna
They're
get
the ones
another
that
watch
bounced
party going
back
in about
after that
25 or 30
semi-final
minutes.
defeat.
So please do
fans are so
subscribe.
happy to watch that brilliant game of
So that you guys like
ultimate.
aren't
Mostly
missing out on it.
fantastic
I'll be
spirit
posting
too. Tyrants
on
of
the old
flying this going
Instagram,
head-to-head. But stay
uh
tuned for some more
and
great
Clockwork on
action. A really
Instagram.
exciting final coming up.
For when I'll be doing that,
And it's been a pleasure to
and
bring you
we'll
this
see
one.
who
So
takes
much
home the gold.
to think about
USA
going
or
forward for
Australia.
both these teams into their next rotation in
Jeepers,
2025.
mister.
But
Let's
for
go.
now, I've been Hannah Pendlebury. For Liam Grant, it's been a pleasure to bring
Yo,
you
Liam, I
this
love
match.
you. I hope
Join us
Liam's
again soon
commentating.
for that
Okay,
gold
yeah,
medal
pop back in
playoff.
for the gold medal game. Adios. Oh god, panic sets in.